So today we're going to be looking at some potential Switch 2 games that are be coming out. Everything from third-party, indie, and some, Nintendo games that may or may not, but hopefully will all come to the Switch 2 when the Switch 2 launches. Or at some point during its life cycle, hopefully. So, before I get started, make sure to subscribe if you like Nintendo. Hit that like button if you want any of these games to show up on the Switch 2. And let's get looking at the first source. The most credible one is this image is being used in a Nintendo Switch reveal for showing backwards compatibility. So, it's a large image with various games on here, all Nintendo published, which they're showcasing backwards compatibility, so it must be 100% certain that these games are going to be working. As you know, it did technically say some games may not be compatible. It's most likely that they all will. These games in this specific splash screen include Mario & Luigi Brothership, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Princess Peach Showtime, WarioWare Move It, Mario Strikers Battle League, Echoes of Wisdom, of course, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Splatoon 3, Pikmin 4, Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics, Super Mario Jamboree, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Animal Crossing, Xenoblade 3, Mario Odyssey, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Fire Emblem Engage, Nintendo Switch Sports, Metroid Prime Remastered, Luigi's Mansion 3, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now those are the games that are 100% going to be backwards compatible to the Switch 2. Are there going to be any that aren't going to be backwards compatible to the Switch 2? There's likely games like Ring Fit Adventure, others like 1-2 Switch possibly, Everyone 1-2 Switch, Labo, but we know for sure that those are coming. There's also an Xbox games rumor that these are the Xbox games that could be coming to the Switch 2 according to Xtasis, EXTAS1S, which include Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, Halo the Master Chief Collection, Diablo 4, a Call of Duty game, which there is a fact that Nintendo is licensed, or whatever the right word is, for a Call of Duty game at some point. Also mentioning Fallout 4 and Starfield. And there's other games coming to Nintendo Switch 2 according to the same leaker. Potentially Tekken 8 and Elden Ring. Now, out of these, 100%, I need Fallout 4 and Elden Ring on the Switch. Mainly because if they were on the Switch, I would have a good reason to finish and play them. Fallout 4 finished because I have the game technically. Never had time to finish it. And Elden Ring, I just haven't ever tried. Now those are the Xbox games. We may have that confirmed very soon, maybe, possibly, from that Xbox Direct, which is going to be on tomorrow. Just so happens to be tomorrow, so obviously great timing on my part. Before we go on to the big one though, there are also some indie developers that have been teasing coming to the Switch. Some of those include Aeronaut Games. Imagine playing Croc Legend of the Gobos on that new screen. What are you looking forward to playing on the Nintendo Switch 2? Obviously teasing towards it. You love those like Constants. Would you like to play Constants on Nintendo Switch 2? And lastly, there's like some synth beasts that literally have Switch 2 in their title. So you can guess that they're going to be coming out. But the main juice of this is the games that are coming from, when you guess it, NateTheHate, the one that was able to accurately tell us when the trailer would drop. Now his list, so NateTheHate, obviously who correctly predicted the Switch's 2 announcement date, has a few ideas of what the Switch 2 could come out with. Now these aren't exactly leaks or rumors, but here's the full list of the speculative launch games. And they include Mario Kart 9, which seemed very likely considering that reveal trailer obviously, a new 3D Mario game, potentially Mario Odyssey 2, but that might seem pretty unlikely. They usually do not do sequels, but there have been various leaks that have mentioned Mario Odyssey 2 coming, or not Mario Odyssey 2, but some 3D Mario game potentially coming. Metroid Prime 4 is a given that must release, or well, mustn't but it's slated for this year. An enhanced Zelda game is interesting, likely Breath of the Wild. Final Fantasy VII Remake, with Rebirth following in 2026. We have heard that previously as well. This isn't just the first time that we're seeing this. There's Assassin's Creed Mirage, The Division, Rainbow Six Siege, interesting, and a Mario Rabbids collection, potentially including the first 2 games. And that would not surprise me too much. It is Ubisoft. Those last 4 are all Ubisoft games that are potentially coming. Of course, Final Fantasy VII Remake being Square Enix. Some others that they have mentioned is Metal Gear Solid Delta, Alan Wake 2, Cyberpunk 2077, which I think has been mentioned once before, but I'm not sure. Resident Evil 4 Remake, Monster Hunter Wilds, Elden Ring, a complete edition that includes DLC, which was just previously mentioned beforehand. Now, this one seems the most unlikely, Grand Theft Auto 6, or potentially Grand Theft Auto 5. I feel like Grand Theft Auto 5 is 100% more likely. However, if they could get GTA 6 to run on the Switch at a good enough speed, it would make no sense to not put it on the Switch. And then there's Halo, the Master Chief Collection, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, both of which were previously mentioned in that Xbox leak rumor of the Xbox game that might be coming to the Switch too. Then there's MLB The Show and Titanfall 2 and some other EA Sports games. And there you go, yeah. Speculation that he gave is that either Mario Kart 9 or a new Mario game will launch with the console, with the others being saved for holiday releases. If you watch my previous video, I'm still pretty sure that the end of the year releases will end up being Metroid Prime 4 and then Pokemon Legends ZA, possibly keeping that November time slot, or some people have been saying August. And there's also, of course, Professor Layton and the New World of Steam that have to come out at some point in this calendar year. So whether that is a few months after the Switch comes out or at the end of the year, it's uncertain. It could be anywhere from today, but obviously not today, anywhere from March, finishing off Xenoblade Chronicles, to the end of the year. We don't have any solid launch lineup for those games, but according to Nintendo themselves, 2025 should see Metroid Prime 4, Metroid Prime 4, Pokemon Legends ZA, and Professor Layton in the New World of Steam. However, can these all get delayed? Potentially, but I don't think that it would happen, because I think Metroid Prime 4 has been put off long enough. Pokemon most likely wants to get a game out onto the Switch too, as soon as they can, to keep going the Switch 2 momentum as the brand new system releases. And of course, Professor Layton, I don't see why that would get delayed. I think it's especially important to note that these, of course, were slated to be coming out in 2025 before the Switch 2 was revealed. So I feel like it's safe to say that these games will be coming out at the same time for the Switch 1 and the Switch 2. Only exception might be if they end up being in the months between the Switch's 2 presentation and the actual launch. My guess has still been that the Switch 2 will launch in June or July, the summer months, which does end up leaving April and May for potential game releases that wouldn't be dropping same day on the Switch 2. So we still don't know what the exact launch date of the Switch 2 will be. It could totally be April, but seeing only 2 months between, or was it 1 month? When was the Nintendo presentation? February 4th. So seeing only 2 months from the full presentation to launch would be a short amount of time, but it could possibly happen. I still think that it is. Never mind. So there are the reports that the Nintendo Switch 2 presentation will be airing on April 2nd. Now, if all things considered, April leaves off May before the June. So could it be releasing on June? It would be a lot less of a time between the showcase and the actual launch of the console. But 2 months isn't too unlikely. It could have potential. Could it be launched any time before though? I really doubt it. It could shadow drop in the April 2nd Direct, but I severely doubt that. But anyways, that's mainly all the games that we have been able to see, and we largely expect to see a lot more of the potential games coming out in the April 2nd Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. There are also some reports that there could be a Nintendo Switch 1, the original Switch, a Direct for that console sometime in February, but I find that unlikely. I kind of don't think that would end up happening. But of course, the April 2nd Nintendo Switch 2 Direct is 100% confirmed by Nintendo, and we're going to end up needing to wait for that to find out what the true slate of Nintendo Switch 2 games is going to be for the console. And hopefully it's going to end up being a good one. And that's all I have to say for today's episode. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe if you're hyped for any of the potential games that might be coming to Switch 2. From Pokemon Legends to Halo, I don't know. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to click that like button. And goodbye, everybody.